Come for the bread, stay for the politics. I'm Ben Walsh, and this is Let Them Eat Bread. On this week on Let Them Eat Bread, I have been so craving scallion pancakes, and we've been eating a lot of Korean food in the house, so we are going to make the perfect complement to any Asian dish, or honestly, just really good to have around the house on their own because they are so delicious. They're super easy. You can store them and you can freeze them, you can refrigerate them, you can store them out, and then just a quick microwave, and they are like you just baked them. These are some of my favorite snack foods of all time, and so we are going to make some scallion pancakes. We have all of our ingredients from us, and we have some fresh stories this week. That being said, let's get started. First thing we are going to do is take 2 tablespoons of our all-purpose flour and add it to a bowl. To this, we are going to add 1 packet or 2 1/4 teaspoon of instant yeast. After that, we're going to add 3/4 cup of water at 110 degrees and let that sit for 5 minutes once we have mixed that all together. Once our 5 minutes have expired, we are going to add the remainder of our flour, which is the other part of the 2 cups. Then we are going to add our sesame oil, it's 2 tablespoons of that, and then we're going to add our 1/2 cup of scallions to the mix. Finally, I'm going to put in some salt, about a tablespoon, but you can kind of be flexible here. Just remember, you can make them too salty fairly easily. Then you're going to combine this with a hand tool or with your hands until it comes together as one mass, and then you're going to knead until it is ready, and adding flour as necessary. Now, I'm using a standing mixer to do my kneading, but ultimately you can accomplish the same thing. You want it to be a cohesive, smooth ball that doesn't stick too much to your hands, but is still kind of soft, pillowy, and tacky. And once you've done that, you're going to bring that out onto your baking surface and put it into a ball so that you can get it ready for rising. So I'm just forming a ball with my hand here, making sure it springs back 3/4 of the way, which it does. Now we're oiling a large glass bowl, which we are going to put our dough in. Once your bowl is oiled, make sure that your dough ball gets all oiled up so you don't have to worry about anything. Then set it to rise for about an hour. All right, so we have prepared our dough. We've put it in a bowl that has been oiled, and we're going to let it sit for about an hour or until it doubles in bulk. So at this point, I am going to set a timer for an hour. I'm going to do some cleanup around here. Then I will meet you on the other side for our politics segment. It's going to look a little different today because we are going to be we'll have 1 or 2 little stories, and then we're going to really focus in on a third story. I'm trying something a little different today, but there's really one story that I want to kind of pick apart bit by bit, and so that's going to be our really long segment today, and then we're just going to have 2 like shorter segments, and then an announcement. So the announcement, before I jump real quick, is just so you're aware, the graduate student workers at Temple University are still on strike. They were proposed a contract, but it didn't do nearly enough, and the membership voted it down overwhelmingly, over 90%, and over 90% voted no, and over 80% of the membership voted in the vote. So really important to keep supporting them. If you're in the greater Philadelphia area, or if you're not, the link is posted to the Facebook page of this channel. So please make sure to, even if you can only give a couple of bucks, please feel free to do that. And if you can't give anything at all, they understand, obviously. Just share the link, right? Make sure that you are getting the word out about it, and I will make sure that that link stays on the Facebook page for this channel, just so that you can continue to have it. All right, guys. That being said, I'm going to set a timer for probably about 55 minutes now, and I will be right back after I do some cleanup, and we'll talk politics. If of course you are not staying with us for the politics portion, just skip ahead an hour or however long it takes. I may not go the whole hour, but we will meet you on the other side for the shaping and cooking of our scallion pancakes. All right, see you then. I'll be right back. Now that our dough is risen, we are going to take it out of the bowl it was rising in and begin the process of shaping it. So shaping it for this particular type of bread, we're going to divide it by weight or by eye, if that's what you prefer, into 6 to 10 equal pieces. And this is going to essentially determine how large each of your individual pancakes are based on how heavy you make each of the balls. So I'm using a scale. I like to have them nice and even, and I did 8. They came out to just under 3 ounces each. And then I'm using my hand, although you can use a roller, to flatten these all out and sit them so they're ready to start baking. So the way that you bake these is you take a cast iron skillet or something with cast iron in it, and you place your dough in one piece at a time or 2 pieces if you have the space with a little bit of oil. You want to make sure the oil is smoking before you start putting your pieces of dough in, and then cook them for about 1.5 minutes on each side, or up to 2 minutes if you really need it. You want to keep it like a medium heat. You don't want to go super hardcore on the temperature here, because that will make it more difficult for you to control whether it actually cooks through all the way. Once you do that, just repeat the process with each and every one until you've completed all 8 or however many you decided to make, and then set them to cool and you are ready to enjoy. All right, guys, that is the end of this week's episode. It was so fun to do these. I've missed doing this, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much, everybody. One quick note at the end, just for you to make sure that you tune in next week for a special announcement about the channel. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care. Thank you so much for watching this video from Let Them Eat Bread. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on Twitch and on Facebook, where announcements about our page are kept. We make videos every week, and you can find all of our videos at youtube.com @LetThemEatBread. Thanks again, and see you next time.